Beautiful weather. Beautiful weather. I thought, in any case, I'm going to eat, so why not to do a question and answer about healthy lifestyle, about weight loss. So any questions about healthy lifestyle, weight loss, food? So what am I eating now? Salad, raviolis. Any questions about weight loss, food, sports, workouts? Spicy. Or if you just want to talk. Mhm. Any questions about weight loss, food, exercise? Salad, half of the plate, very important. Any questions about weight loss, exercising? Let's talk. Yeah, so like I always say in my videos as well, yes, other videos, always half of the plate greens. Yeah. So I also had turkey, like a little steak, little piece. Hi. Yeah, so any questions about weight loss, exercise? Yeah, so I have ravioli with cheese and spinach. Cheese, spinach. Well, honestly, I shouldn't eat raviolis because there is gluten. So when I did the test to see if I'm gluten intolerant, tolerant, there was no intolerance, but every time I eat something with gluten, I feel like an allergic reaction. So it can be like a sensitivity, not intolerance, but sensitivity. Yeah, so raviolis, then spinach is kind of good. Yeah, spinach is good, but honestly, this is processed food. So you should avoid it actually. And ricotta, if you're trying to lose weight, better to remove milk products, which ricotta is a milk product. So better not to eat it. So yeah, the worst thing here is the raviolis. If you're in your weight loss journey, then I have salad, just like salad leaves with cucumber. What are these called? The yellow corn, and bell bell pepper, green one, bell pepper, green one. I don't know why I always eat the red ones first. The green ones, they are less, somehow less tasty. Don't you think so? Do you eat at all green bell peppers? And what else? I made it spicy. It's just so spicy. It's burning now in my mouth. Um, yeah, and that turkey. Turkey. Yeah, so any questions? Let's chat about food, about exercising. Any questions you have while I'm eating? Mm. Mm. Use, hello. Mm-hmm. I said let's chat, and then I eat and I cannot speak. Um, put a lot of spices. Mm, don't eat those boiled chicken breasts, you know. Put oils, put nuts. I put some like nut mix in the salad. Nuts, it's good, like healthy oils. And carnivore, well, by let's say the research, yes, by scientific research from Harvard, we should have one portion of animal protein per day. So animal protein, basically, like you said, carnivore can be meat, chicken, poultry, yes, fish, seafood. So one time per day. So for example, if you're eating lunch, you can add that protein, or for dinner, either. Or even eggs would be animal protein. So if you had eggs, boiled eggs would be the best in the morning. That counts as one portion. Yeah, hello. Hello, tutu, 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 tutu. Mm, yeah, and then otherwise, plant protein, tofu, chickpeas, lentils, beans. I don't eat beans too much, because of the bloating. So I eat a lot of chickpeas, and you can create hummus out of it, out of the chickpeas. Yeah, and if I eat gluten, this is lunch, my lunch. It's still, as you can see in the window, it's so, so like clear sky, amazing weather. Summer is not far here in Luxembourg. And what I wanted to say about the raviolis. Yeah, another interesting thing. So, um, about gluten. So I could eat gluten and nothing might happen. But then if I'm more stressed or I didn't sleep enough, immediate reaction. Like also, thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for the subscription and like. Um, and I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so emotional. Yeah. Mm, for example, for dinner, I eat gluten. Even one day, I ate these raviolis 2 days ago. I ate these raviolis for dinner, and it's gluten. And then I woke up in the morning the next day, and I had my eyes, like watery, runny nose. I think I'm getting runny nose now. Oh, I have to tell you a story also. I have to tell you a story. What happened 2, 3 days ago? Basically, um, no, from the beginning, from the beginning. So, a couple of weeks ago, I said to myself, I want to try something new. I wanted to try Krav Maga. Do you know what is Krav Maga? Krav Maga, do you know? Let me know while I'm eating the ravioli. Oh, Judelange. Wow, merci. Mm, Chris, yes? I'm also Christina. Christina. Mm. So Judelange, Barrel Dange, is it completely different sides? But I'm going to this Krav Maga. Do you know what is Krav Maga? So I hope my munching sounds are not too loud. Okay, but basically, I said to myself, I want to try a little bit of self-defense, and it's Krav Maga. And I went there for the first time, and they gave me a voucher to try Cryo Booth. Cryo Booth. So basically, a booth, a chamber, which you go inside, and it's minus 110 degrees. So very cold, yeah. So minus 110 degrees. And I thought, wow, it's like, it's not for me, actually. I don't like when it's very cold. I don't like when it's very cold, but I thought, it's just for 3 minutes. And yeah, so I did it. I went to the cold chamber. It was not comfortable, I can say. It was not, uh, I mean, it's a cool, fun experience. So what happened the next day? That matters. The day after, I started to feel pain in my back and legs. And when I was in the chamber, I felt like the cold really touched really, it was like so much cold on my legs and my lower back. And I was thinking, I feel like it's not a good idea. It feels like not a good idea. And I was wondering if I should just go out earlier. Has anyone here tried tried cold chamber? My Instagram, I don't use Instagram. It's I think it's Christina Bagrova Health, something like that, something um like YouTube. But I don't use it much. I put maybe one photo every 3 months. Yeah, so basically, after that cold chamber, I started to feel strong lower back pain and pain in my legs, like today also, yesterday and today. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I didn't understand where does it come from. Only later I was like, wait a minute. It's from that cold chamber. Then I started to do Google research and I didn't find anything because maybe because the those cold chambers are not so popular. So it's not like, every other person tried it. So there's no information. But then I found that someone had the same with the cold plunges. Exactly the same. Lower back pain and legs. So now I know. Now I know. I will never do it again. I will not do cold plunges. Yes, cold might be good for you, or you have to do it for like 1 minute max, or like they do after sauna, that they jump in and they just go out immediately, like one, two, three, a couple jumps and just going out. Mm, yeah, and I was thinking I will give it as a present to my mom, to my dad. No, 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 no. I will not risk that. I will not risk that. If they like fall sick, it will be my fault after. No, no, no. Maybe something more more like infrared sauna, infrared sauna or massage. Mhm. Mm. Oh, you left? Mm. I just told a long story about cold chamber, cryo chamber. Tu. Um, what is your name? So I can call you name by name, because you left and I just told a long story about my cryo boot experience, which I will never do again. Any questions? Let's discuss about Max. Okay, Max, have you tried cold plunge or cold cryo boots? And where are you from, Max? Where are you from? Let's discuss about health, diets, sports, workouts, or what do you want to discuss? Anyone else is having lunch? Yeah, I mean, I also saw recently on Instagram one photo of a comparison, one woman who eats meat and another one who is vegan. And vegan, she has no fat in her face and she looks so much older. Yeah, yeah, meat is, then there are also religious mm, things or preferences. I mean, mm, meat has also some vitamins, some elements, let's say, which you cannot get from vegetables, and then you have to take supplements if you don't eat any animal products. I mean, yes, there are ethics, but at the same time, I always look how we were, like, let's say, I don't know, millions of years ago, that a human ate meat. So that was natural. That's how I think. You just look back. how people ate, what people did. I understand, of course, the lifestyle changes and everything. You cannot apply this rule to everything. But yeah, I'm not a big meat eater. I eat sometimes, yeah. I eat, yeah, once. I mean, I eat a lot of fish, actually. I eat a lot of fish, yeah. Meat, seafood, shrimps. Mm. Mm-hmm. More questions? More? Let's discuss. Let's discuss workout, healthy lifestyle, food. I put a lot of spices in this. Oh my God. Mm. I also mm, I ordered Thermomix. Thermomix. So Thermomix. I mean, I could do a presentation now of Thermomix, but honestly, I have no idea about it. I ordered and I will just learn. But yeah, I'm getting rid now of all my appliances at home, but I really used a lot my steamer to steam vegetables and also meat, fish. But now I will have my Thermomix so it can do everything because I'm actually a lazy cook. I don't like to cook, and that's my problem, that it gets boring. I do the same meals day after day, and then I get bored, and then I just want something tasty, something different. So I hope this Thermomix will help me because it has so many recipes. So I will, try. Tell me, where are you from, Max, Ace? Where are you from? I'm very curious. Mm, so fasting. I don't specifically fast like on purpose. Also, in the past, I had bulimia. I had eating disorders. Oh, Switzerland, nice. I wanted to move to Switzerland, but then, but with children, it's better in Luxembourg. So, mm, what I was saying about fasting, yeah. I had eating disorders in the past because I was doing uh, game stream. Okay, yeah. So in the past, I did profession sports professionally, and sorry, I'm I'm eating some pieces. So I was doing ballroom dancing, dance sport. Oh, nice, Malaysia. Wow, what's the time in Malaysia now? So I was doing dance sport, and we really had to look good, for the dance. We had to look good. So in my head, I developed this restrictive mindset, like I shouldn't eat, I shouldn't eat at all. So for me, now, if you tell me don't eat fast, for me, it's like triggers that, sorry, for me, a restriction means that, well, I will overeat later. I will overeat. So it doesn't work with me if you tell me fast from this time to this. However, I try not to eat uh so 3 to 4 hours before sleep, I don't eat anymore. So my last meal is around 6. And then if I go to sleep around 10, that's my fasting, So from the evening till the whole night till the morning. And in the morning, I eat around 9, my breakfast. Yeah, so I didn't have anorexia. I had bulimia. Thank God. Thank God I didn't have anorexia. But yes, it was also similar, it was similar cycle of binge and purge, and you overeat, and then you use every possible method to get rid of that food which you ate, because you think that you should stop eating at all. You should eat as least as possible, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I mean, your reptile part of the brain will just take over, and oh, I used so many methods, to stop myself from eating. I was waiting till the shops are closed not to go to the shops, but then I would still go to some petrol station to get some cookies, and the healthy cookies, but also not healthy. So in the end, it was just worse, and I looked puffy, and well, I would reach my goals, I would lose weight, I would look good for 1 week, and then again I would just eat, 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 and regain everything in doubles. So, any more questions, discussions? What are your mm, habits? How do you eat normally? How do you work and then you don't have time maybe to eat? Do you eat quickly, or what are your habits? What do you normally eat? I'm very curious, huh? Very curious to see. Mhm, mhm. Mm. So, like I said, gluten and the milk products, if I eat that immediately, so now I don't have any makeup, huh? I don't have any makeup, and skin looks good, in my opinion. If I would eat a little bit reddish, but maybe because I just touched it. But if I would eat a lot of milk product, oh, and sugar also, I have kind of allergy to sugar, which is can be good, right? So you don't want to eat it so much, but from gluten and from gluten or OMAD diet, I don't know. What is that? What is that OMAD diet? I don't know. But one meal only, I mean, if you, again, it's so individual. If you feel good in your body and it works for you and you don't feel stressed all the time about it, because, our goal is not to count calories every day and stress about food. Okay, OMAD. One meal a day, obviously. Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. OMAD, one meal a day. Yeah. So, yeah, if you feel like it's a restriction, then, but also we get used to, even if it's not comfortable, we get used and we don't know how it can be better. Well, again, Like I remember one friend told me, keto diet is so good. I lose so much weight on keto diet. And then he would just gain double. Like 1 month he would do keto, and then after he stopped, he would gain everything back. I was like, but that's not sustainable. I mean, yes, maybe it's good for you for one, and then, it's like a diet. Is it sustainable for your whole life? That's the question. And then, sometimes also we lie to ourselves, like one meal per day, but then snack here, snack there, juice, fruit juice, because the brain is craving energy. And we think that, oh, if I drink juice, it's a drink, it's not a meal, and it's healthy, and it's not actually. So, Ace, tell me more. I'm very curious. Tell me. So, do you like how long are you following that principle? And you say the benefits are real. So, what do you feel differently? How it was before, and how is it different now for you? And for how long are you doing this? I think Ace left. Or maybe there's like a delay in the live video, but actually the delay would be very long now by now if it was a delay. But if Ace is still here, are you here? Ace, we want to hear about your diet. No, but honestly, I found for myself that I need a lot of food. I feel good when I eat big portions. There is a thin line also because it's getting cold a little. Even if you eat too much healthy food, it's also not very good. It's too much. It's too much. But when you eat healthy, the portions get bigger. The portions should be bigger. Now that we are talking, I'm thinking, yes, I think I just need more variety. I just need more variety in my diet. That's why recently I was just so bored with my variation of food that I wanted to eat this. I wanted ravioli, which is not good for me actually. I wanted something, with gluten. Mm. I'm really curious about the Thermomix. Maybe someone has something like that, something similar. And for how long are you doing this diet? Yeah, but it's true that, in the beginning, yes, there are cravings because we are used to a different food. And also, you said 1 meal per day. So what do you eat in that 1 meal per day? What do you eat? How do you, because one day you eat one thing, right? And is the portion big? And what time also? A lot of questions. Mm. So you have 4 hours window, but then how is it 1 meal? How is it 1 meal if you have 4 hour period? So yeah, I don't know how it works. Like, hi Max, hi. So 4 hour period and all you want, so you don't restrict any like you can eat just like chocolates also. Chocolates and let's say unhealthy food, yeah? You eat everything. Okay, stats. But what about you, how you feel? How does it feel for you, such structure? Because I don't think I could do that. I eat 3 times. I eat 3 times per day and nothing in between. No snacks. No snacks in between, but yeah, sometimes happens, but it's like I try not to restrict, I try not to, because like I said, for me, restriction in my mind, it's like you have to now eat as much as you can, as fast as you can, because you don't know when will be the next time you can eat. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, like a fasting in between. Yeah. About the mm, eating 3 meal. Yeah, I think it's possible. It's possible if, again, if I look back, yes, millions years ago, then people probably didn't eat 3 meals per day. They might have eaten once per day, actually. But me, if I get hungry, oh, I will eat everything. So I try to keep constant, let's say, constant energy levels. I mean, no, it's not like constant energy levels, but not to go till the point where I cannot control myself anymore around food. Mm. Another question for Ace. That 4 hour window, what time of the day is it? From when to when normally? Because yeah, that was another point I wanted to say, that it's like our bodies, they, yeah, like you say, adapt, and they anticipate every day. They anticipate when the food will come. Kind of the saliva is starting to develop, yeah. So I try to keep that schedule, like tuck, 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 every day, the same time, approximately, to have this stability and routine. Yes, I agree with your last sentence. You need breaks. I somehow feel guilty now for eating. I'm thinking, should I save this live, or maybe just to do another one tomorrow? A new one? Mm-hmm. Between 1 and 4. Mm-hmm. But like, you're happy, yes? You're happy. For how long are you doing this? But you're happy with your results, with your body also. If you're happy, then everything is so individual. And like you said, if your stats are good, also you can check, in the stats, sometimes they are in the range. Now I'm not even talking now personally to you, Ace, just in general, like a tip in the stats. Look, where does the marker fall in, if it's in the range, but almost under, then it's also not very good. We say, oh, but it's in the range, it's fine, but it's, on the lower end, so that can give you some insights as well, that maybe you should look into that. Mhm. So you always, if you go on vacation, you always uh, you always take hotel without breakfast, or do you allow yourself to eat more on vacation? Yeah, the weather is so amazing, and I cannot walk properly because of my back. And I saw on internet, on Google, that it takes 4 or 5 days, 4 or 5 days for that pain to go away. Yeah, on special occasions, yeah. Do you work out as well? Ace, do you work out? And what you do as a workout? And yeah, how often? And does it go well with your? But obviously, I can assume that. Mm, cycle. Oh, that's yeah, that's intense. That's intensive. Oh, but like, yeah, in that window, what do you eat? Which products do you eat in that? But like for 4 hours you're eating, or how? From one till, you said, let me see, from one till four, from one till, oh, so that's 3 hours, 3 hour window. And you just like eat for 3 hours, or how? Or you choose when? And what does it, is it a big portion? And what foods? Do you eat dessert in that 3 hour window? And do you eat dessert every time, every day? Mm, hmm. Yeah, it feels like I'm having the consultation with you. I'm the I'm your client. Mm. Do you eat at home or do you eat out? Because, when you're at, okay, if you eat out somewhere else, you have a choice, but also they kind of put stuff you don't know inside, like sugar also, very often in the meals. But if you're at home, you have to plan ahead. Hmm. Yeah, okay. Wow, you know, I admire, I mean, again, admire if you eat one time per day and you feel so good and there is no feeling of restriction, yeah, interesting. Because if now I'm eating this gluten, I'm eating this gluten and I know that I might have this allergic reaction later, but I'm still eating it. So you see how to like treat this case. Is my will not strong enough, or like should I restrict myself, so then it will be like a restriction, or is it because it's not good for me, or it's, yeah, if it feels good for you, brain fog. Again, I wouldn't say that okay, I eat 3 times per day, and I wouldn't say that I have brain fog. And I work out every day. I will do now some stretching, which I will put later here so you can do it with me. But what if I ate once per day and I felt the difference, Then I could say, now I don't have a comparison, so I cannot compare. But one thing I can say for sure is that I remember I slept for 4 hours per day. And when I started to sleep properly, normally, I felt the difference. There, I felt the difference, and I would never go back to as before. I wouldn't want to go back to that. I'm from Lithuania, and I'm in Luxembourg. I live in Luxembourg. Somebody asked. Yeah, I'm just reading the comments. Well, you see, uh, interesting that, in the beginning it was difficult. Well, for me, it was difficult with the dieting when I would not eat for 3 days, for example. I would just drink juice. It was difficult, and I never got used to that. And I feel better now with my current different routine when oh my God, a huge, huge, bee, those huge bees. Yeah, so I also had cravings. I also had restrictions, but I never got used, and I was puffy. I had pimples all over my face, and that's with all the diets and restrictions. So I feel so much better now. Tomorrow, I want to go to virtual reality, virtual reality game. Yeah, well, for example, in the morning when I wake up, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I feel bad, if I don't eat. But you're right. It's also a question of habit, and if during that, like you say, 3 hour window, if you give your body the nutrients, good nutrients, then I think it can be sustainable, I guess. If you give your body not just, chocolates and like I did, I thought, if I just eat low calorie junk food, then that's the answer, or low fat, sorry, like low fat, products, low calorie products, then it just had the adverse reaction. I ate the low fat stuff, and then I would just have a craving and eat the normal fat and sugary stuff on top. So it was not good, not good. One thing is also I feel that if I eat the food pyramid is wrong. Yeah, 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 yeah. I heard somewhere that they just the the person, it's a woman, I think, who created it. Normally, it was the other way around. And the food industry, they said, no, 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 we have to do it. We have to turn it because they had to sell the certain food groups. So normally it's, yeah. But what I was saying, one thing I feel is that if I eat too late before sleep, even if it's like before. In Lithuania, you eat at around 6 last time. Here, I felt like it's later. In Luxembourg, it's later. Maybe in Switzerland as well. Mm, and I came back to the 6 hour time, And if occasionally I eat later, my sleep is not so good. I feel for sure that the sleep is I don't sleep well. I don't sleep so deep also. Anyone tried the tracking ring, the ring which is tracking everything, your sleep, I was thinking to get it and to track the sleep, but you can do it also. You can do it with other devices, I guess. Mm, I think there's even just an app, actually. There's an app, but then you have to keep your phone near your head or something during sleep. Mm. Yeah, actually, a good idea about this one meal per day. I think maybe I could do it once per week, for example. Once per week. Hmm. Or maybe, hmm. No, I was going to say if I skip breakfast once per week and go directly to the lunch, but I wake up quite early, so I don't know if I could tenir, if I could hold. Well, once per week, just like a kind of cleanse. Some people they do once per week. Some people they don't eat during the whole day once per week. So I think could be an option. And also why it could be an option, because then my body wouldn't think that that a starving started, because I like I mentioned, I have I had eating disorders. So everything restriction for me in my brain is like, okay, now we restart the mechanism of overeating. Already for 1 hour we are here, and I didn't finish my salad yet. Because we're just talking. Yeah, I believe completely that it can be a good thing for the body, for the organs, kind of to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I completely believe this, that it can be good for the anti-aging and oh, I did the test. I did the test. So when I said I went to this Krav Maga, and they had this machine to test my age. So I'm 36. I'm 36. My metabolic age was 27 years old. Metabolic age 27 years old. And the coach told me I need to gain more muscle and more fat. Well, I don't know. I mean, I will not go deeper into that, but then my cardio age was 21. My cardio age is 21. So that's amazing. Yes, I love to. It was amazing discussion, really. Very nice. I will try to do it tomorrow if you're here, and wish you a long life as well and happy life. Yeah. Okay, I think on that note we can we can finish today's live, and I will try to do this more often. It was really cool to talk like this, like as if we are having lunch together. Yeah. Okay. Thanks and bye bye. Ciao. See you next time.